svenska köket.
We choose to cook Swedish meal in our houses since we thought that it will show Swedish culture better. Because there is not the same restaurant culture that exists in many other countries. We will try to cook köttbullar, which is well-known Swedish meatballs thanks to IKEA. Oftast serverar svenskarna köttbullar med potatismos eller kokt potatis med tjock brunsås och lingonslit. Potatoes have more important as we saw in our meal. It serves many other main dishes. Sweden has suitable climate and soil to plant potatoes. That's why, while carbohydrate consumption is acquired by rice and legumes in many other countries, it is acquired by potatoes in Sweden. Since lingon can be found easily everywhere, it has influenced Swedish cuisine culture. Some of meat dishes are served with lingonberry jam in the same plate. Many traditional dishes use simple, contrasting flavors as in the köttbullar recipe. Swedes are very active in their daily life. They have to stay energetic to adapt to cold weather conditions. Because of that, they consume high-calorie food, especially high protein. Beef, chicken, lamb, pork, eggs, and seafood are building blocks of the Swedish recipe. Swedes use butter and margarine which have higher calorie than oils. As I mentioned before, reason of butter usage is high calorie needs in daily life. There are a lot of recipes in the far north which are made of reindeer. Root of these meals comes from semi-culture. But in the south, fresh vegetables have played a larger role as well meat. When we talk about Swedish eating culture, it is not good if we don't mention fika. Fika is very important in Sweden and it is excessively related with their social life. They can do fika whenever they want. It is so important to socialize in the Swedish culture. Because of fika culture, they are one of the most coffee consuming countries.
Chinese cuisine. When it comes to culture, food culture is also a very important aspect. Different cultural practices in different countries have also created different food cultures. Chinese cuisine has 8 major cuisines and hundreds of cooking methods. Here I cook a common Chinese family dish to show a small part of the cultural differences. For a foreigner, if one word is used to summarize the characteristics of a country's food, maybe Sweden is Caneel and China is Kurandang. Right, very Kurandang. In some areas of China, people use spicy food to draw out the cold in the body, and in winter, we use spicy food to drive out the cold. Hot pot is the kind of food we like. Besides, we also like some bean products like bean supples and tofu. We don't drink coffee, but after eating, we usually drink tea. Drinking tea can lower the blood cholesterol. Unlike most of other countries, the tableware we use is chopsticks, except for the cultural part of chopsticks. When using chopsticks, you need to use all parts of your hand, which is also a kind of fitness activity. Chinese people like to add vinegar, green onions, ginger, garlic, pepper, and other condiments, like what I showed in the video just now. About the condiments, in addition to the fragrance, they can also sterilize, eliminate fat, increase appetite, and help digestion and so on. There are 56 nationalities in China. Each ethnic group has its own cuisine culture. All cuisine cultures influence each other and develop together to form the current Chinese cuisine culture. Like Sichuan cuisine and Hunan cuisine tend to be spicy, while Suzhou cuisine and Zhejiang cuisine tend to be sweet. All kinds of these different tastes makes nowadays Chinese food. Turkish cuisine.
The meal that I cooked is one of the most traditional home cooking meals in Turkey. Frequently used ingredients in Turkish specialties include lamb, beef, rice, fish, eggplants, green peppers, onions, garlic, lentils, beans, zucchinis, and tomatoes. You can see half of these ingredients in my meal. In the Anatolian part of Turkey, people use too much butter and animal fat in their meals, and they have various recipes that are made of beef and lamb. Most important reason of this is the Anatolian people were nomadic society in the past, and they are really hardworking people today. The reflections all of these conditions to today's Anatolian cuisine seems to be consumed with high calorie products. The cuisine of Black Sea region uses fish extensively and includes maize dishes because of their environmental factors. Opposite the Swedish cuisine, especially in the western part of Turkey, olive oil is the major type of oil used for cooking. The cuisines of Aegean and Mediterranean regions are rich in vegetables, herbs, and fish. Kebabs and döners, as you all know, comes from southeast of Turkey. There are really heavy food in this area like them. Due to this people are physically hardworking people like Swedes and Anatolian people, they need to these dishes. Sweden and Turkish cuisine are similar when we consider fat and meat usage. Except this, they show similarity in case of pastry. Turkey has a lot of different pastry type as Sweden does, and we like to serve this pastry to our guests in our house, and it is similar to fika in terms of implementation.